Hello, friends. My name is host Derek, and I'm a professional holla, or I holla. I'm hollering at you right now. Holla back, playa. You should holla back. It's only polite to holla back when I holla at you. Everybody knows that. If you're not hollering back, you're being rude to me. Okay? You don't want to be rude to me. That would be rude. Nobody wants a rude friend. Hi, Octavia Silva. Holla. And then you have to holla back. Okay, that's how it works. I learned this from youth culture. Holla, April, you have to holla back. Holla back, girl. Holla. Right. See, now we're youth culture friends. Before that, we were just internet buddies. But now we're youth culture friends. You know this because, if I say, hey, it's really dank how you haul it back, you understand because you're in on the youth culture vibe, like me. You got to remember the youths, they are key to being hip and cool. You ain't no holla back girl? Oh. Well, are you a holla back boy? You could be a holla back boy too. This is a non-sexual holla. Don't worry, all my hollas are non-sexual. Except if I'm holla and Rachel. Then I want her to holla back with her holes. But regardless, this is it's a platonic holla. So you can safely holla back to me and you don't have to worry about any sort of extracurricular activities or anything. This is a fully platonic holla. Okay? Everybody can feel safe hollering back. This is the dankest kind of holla. Yeah, so when you holla in a dank fashion, it doesn't result in smashing. Okay? It's platonic holla. So if you see me rolling in the Rari and I say, holla, it's safe to holla back. I'm not going to smash you in the Rari. Okay. Now, what happens if you'd like to mix a yeet into the mix? Let's say you say holla, and somebody, instead of hollering back, hands you an empty bottle or something. The correct response is yeet. Holla back. Okay. Now do you understand? You got to throw a yeet in there. Rachel's still in bed. She's awake-ish. She probably started listening to this live stream now that I started live streaming. Neither of us slept well last night. We were both tossed and turning. I ended up sleeping out here. But finally, I crashed out like at 3 in the morning or something, pretty hard, and 4 maybe, and then I slept good until morning. I ain't no holla back girl, but I am a holla back boy. Which means if you say to me holla, I will say to you, holla back. It's good to do this too. That way people know you're a part of youth culture. Or this. I mean, this. Dabbing. That was nice of your youngest. Your youngest. My youngest. Your youngest what? Oh, you mean your youngest child. Your offspring. That's what you're talking about. Breeder, stop spewing out children. God. I don't think that's youth culture, Waldo. I think that's just stupid culture. As I pointed out last night, protesting is fine if you're protesting something. There's nothing to protest in this instance. It's like, let's say the cop killed that guy and they didn't do anything. They didn't fire any cops and they didn't arrest that cop. Then you protest, okay? That's protesting something. It had nothing to protest. They arrested the cop. They fired those cops. Nothing else you can. What do you want from? You want him to be tortured to death or something? You know, it's like there's nothing to protest, for God's sakes. Be sensible. If you're gonna protest, have a reason to protest. Breeder. Holla back, Hambone. Holla back. Boy. Holla back indeed. You live in a holla in Lafayette. And my computer is now adding random capitals. Okay, good. Yeah. Put out some pallets of bricks for the riders, please. We are an accommodating city around here. If riots are coming, we lay out pallets of bricks. Jalen Black, Breeder, stop overpopulating the earth. God, April. Can't you do anything but make your uterus make more children all the time? Sup, boot. Not much is the answer. Not sup. Reciprocating sups don't say anything. Everybody knows that. Sup, holla. And you have to what, boot? Boot. I just hollered at you. What do you need to do? The rudeness around here. I'm still waiting for Boot. I am still waiting for you to holla back. I hollered at you. Okay, be dank. Holla back. I'm not going to smash. This is a platonic holla. A fully platonic holla, reciprocating hollas. Reciprocal hollas. Okay, so check this out. This is how dedicated Zaylen Black was to popping out children. She had 4 of them in her 90s. She had her first kid when she was 92. Her second one, she was 94. Third one, she was 95. Fourth one, she was 96. She's now 132. And God knows how many kids she has she doesn't even know about. That's a joke I got from Brittany, by the way. Brittany deserves to get credit for a great joke, which was somebody asked if she had any kids. She said, "None that I know of." That's a great joke from a woman, you know. Because obviously, if you're a woman and you have a kid, you know it because you gave birth to it yourself. Duh. I haven't seen Brittany in a while. I hope she's okay. Fenna, yes. Also, I'm glad that you're Fenna Holla player. I got a Fenna Holla player, but also I'm gonna add in a yeet. Okay. So I'm gonna need something empty to throw. Obviously, the throwing an empty thing is yeeting. To yeet. I yeet, you yeet, He yeets, she yeets, they yeet, we yeet. It's a regular verb. There's no irregular past tense. It's yeeted. The past participle is yeeted as well. So it's fully regular verb, you know. Here's the thing. Here's an example of using the word yeet in a sentence with future perfect passive progressive. Okay. Future perfect passive progressive is this. That bottle will have been being yeeted. Will have, yes, those empty bottles will have been being yeeted for 5 minutes by the time you get here. That's an example of using the verb yeet in a sentence that's constructed in passive voice, in progressive form, future perfect tense. The higher the socks, the downer the fool. What is skeeting? I don't know what skeeting is. We finna yeet this quarantine, dog. We all need to finna yeet. We finna need to finna yeet. We need to finna yeet this quarantine, dog, so we can smash in the Rari. It'd be dank. Word. This quarantine is not very dank. I think we can all agree on that, right? The higher the socks, the downer the fool is great. Skeet is ejaculate. I didn't know that. You know, I have heard the term fap before, and also what's it called? Rub one out. Those are terms I've learned since the internet, you know. I was thinking this morning, I really like you people, especially you, our host Derek. Well, thanks, Winston's mom. I really like you too. I really like all of you peoples as well. It's like I can't imagine how horrible it would be if I had to get up every day and not get to live stream. You know? How horrible would that be? What would I do all the time? Who would I hang out with? I would be so bored and unhappy. Yeah. It's really dank how you're a digital native, boot. Yeah, that's really great. As a digital native, a member of Generation Z, that wasn't me actually, boo. And BT Dubs, all right. BT Dubs, hashtag Gen X, motherfuckers. I am not a boomer. Okay? I do not want people calling me a boomer. I am not a boomer. Boomers are no, they're after my dad's generation. The Yin Yang twins had early aught parents singing skeet, 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 skeet all the time back in 03, 04. Okay, cool, Paul. Cool, boot. That's fine. I just, sometimes people come in here, if they don't like me, they like to call me a boomer. They're like, shut up, boomer. You don't know anything. I'm like, I'm not a boomer. God. Winston's mom's a boomer. No offense, boomers. Boomers in general had it good a little bit compared to Gen X people in terms of society's stage of whatever. So Gen X is a slacky generation and a small generation and not a very successful generation. You know, we're a bunch of losers, basically. but it's cool. I wouldn't want to be anything else. It fits me perfectly. Right. And did, in fact. And then realized, oh, but I fucking hate this. You know? That's the problem. We were promised those things, and you could get those things still. And we were completely disillusioned by them. It's like, what is this fucking shit? You know? What is this shit? What the hell? I don't want to do any of this stuff. I just want to slack and smoke weed. That is sort of my attitude from right off the bat. You know, it wasn't until my 30s that I decided, okay, I'm going to start kicking ass a little bit here, because it wasn't until my 30s that I was handed a debate team to coach and discovered, oh, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not supposed to be teaching English, which is boring as fuck. Yeah. You know, the boomer stigma was like, we didn't raise no freeloaders. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, silent generation? What did you raise? Yeah, I tapped out. You know, I'm still tapped out. I'm happy being, you know, part of my family. And that's one of my jobs right now, just sort of being part of my family, right? Is that a job? No. That's not a job. That's you know, getting money from dad, basically. So but you know, I'm perfectly happy to take advantage of it and not work. To me, it seems insane that you wouldn't want to do that if you could. Everyone's so like proud about shit, you know, like, I've done that already. That's why it's okay, I guess. That's why I don't worry about it. It's because like I did that shit where I was a highly successful professional working 60-hour weeks. I did that shit. I'm done with it. Fuck that noise. I'm happy to live in the back house at dad's house and have some access to a little bit of family funds, you know? Why not? I've got a good family. My family loves me. My dad is my family. My dad and my daughter. My mom's gone now, basically. She's as good as dead, to put it bluntly. Because that's not my mom. That drooling ninny over there is not my mom. You know? I'm sorry to be so blunt about this morning, but that's the bottom line. That drooling ninny is not my mom. My mom's long dead. Of course, I will make absolutely sure that drooling ninny is as comfortable and happy and loved as possible until she actually passes. But, you know, my family is my dad and my daughter and me. And then my daughter and my significant others are always included in the family as well, and have been since forever. Doesn't matter who our significant others are, they are also included in the family for as long as there are significant others. But my dad feels like my second wife kind of burned him on that. So he's a little more careful than he used to be. I avoided, yeah. Well, the thing is, when I was high achieving, it was because I wanted to achieve the thing I was doing. It wasn't because I wanted to be successful money-wise or whatever. Flying the nest is overrated. Okay, if you got good parents who love you, flying the nest is way overrated. So, it's like this past barbecue that we had on Monday, this was a reunion basically of the Hawaii trip. It was me and Rachel, Delilah and Danny, my dad. That was the Hawaii trip. And then it was Cameron, who's my friend and my dad's friend too. Cameron and my dad loves Cameron. Can't get enough of that Cameron. Why? ESTJ, ISTJ. Of course, they understand each other perfectly. It's like my dad was very hesitant about when I said, "Listen, you got to meet my friend Cameron. He does this kind of stuff, like random shit, like helps with mom or whatever." Oh yeah, that does sound very progressive. I didn't even note that. Your daughter's ex-wife. That is extremely progressive sounding. You're right. Hey, lesbians get divorced too. She sure did love me. And I sure did love her. And do love her, but I regret that I didn't take more advantage of the opportunity to interact with her adult to adult before she started going. I was busy, I guess, or you know how it goes. It was always like, I didn't really come by here that much. I didn't see them that often. They had to call me and say, come to dinner or stuff like that. I regret that a little bit. Like, I wish I had gotten to know my mom, spent more time with her more. I knew her, but, spend more time with her as an adult. But, you can't have everything in life. You're going to make some mistakes. A fly is dead. Fly is fucking dead. I'm going to get it. So, I've been making an effort the last few days. Well, since Rachel got cured, basically. This new medication regimen that she's on, which is a combination of Prozac, Olazepam, and Klonopin. Klonopin to make her sleep, and the Prozac and Olazepam to make her sane, basically. Bam! 180-degree, just sort of like, oh, this is what it looks like when the medication completely works. She's totally sane. It's like it's not like it's being managed better. It's like she's cured. It's crazy. It's the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Talk about medication working. I realize now, seeing her like this, that much of the time we've been together, she's in varying degrees of trying to keep it together. And now she's Rachel. You stopped working after 10 years? April, I will take 10 years. That's fine. If it stops working after 10 years, I'll worry about it. I'll cross that bridge when I get there. Okay, that's perfectly fine. This shit totally works for her right now, anyway, and it worked like immediately. But she took it. It's supposed to take a week to build up in your system. It didn't take a week to build up in her system. It like worked immediately. It was like, bing, I'm normal. Wow. I had no idea. I sent the shrink a message last night saying, you nailed it, dude. You nailed it. She must have had a serotonin deficit. It was a serotonin reuptake inhibitor, right? I don't think that was on purpose. I'll undo that, okay? I'm pretty sure that was an accident, Levi. Since all you said was, "Hey, Eric." I don't know if I can untime out you though. I'm having trouble untime outing you. So you're just gonna have to wait through that. You have to wait through that timeout. I can't seem to untime out you. But that was definitely an accident. Rachel, if you're listening in there, can you please be a little more careful with timing people out and such? Yeah, hey Eric is the most insulting thing a person could say. Let's try it. Let's protest the fact that this time they didn't fuck it up. Right? This time they fired all the cops and arrested one cop for murder. They didn't fuck it up at all. Let's try it. Yeah, Rachel, you gotta understand. He's supposed to holla. I'm supposed to holla back. I guess that's why she timed him out, is because he didn't holla. He said, "Hey, Eric." He really needed to say holla, and therefore he deserved that timeout. It's fair, right? You know, the title says holla, so you should have to holla. It's also kind of bread. Did you know that? Holla? Holla is a kind of bread. Not sure what kind of bread it is. Can't really picture it or anything, but it is a kind of bread. I guess the fly saw me with this and ran away. Cowardly fly. Doesn't want to die. It's Indian bread? Holla bread is Indian? I don't think so. I think it's Middle Eastern bread. One of the people in the protest accidentally set themselves on fire. Good. Those aren't protests, by the way. Those are riots. Protests don't involve throwing things and yeet. Rioting is an algorithm whereby bricks are yeeted. If there should be a yeet competition where basically it's like the cross country shooting event in the Olympics. Okay, you got to go around this course and stop in front of oh, it's challah bread. Oh, okay. Let's see. What was I talking about? Something very important. Oh yes, the Yeet Olympics. So okay, if you're familiar with the Winter Olympics, they have this event where you cross country ski around, and then you stop and you shoot these things, and you put your gun on your back, and you cross country ski around some more. Okay. Now, in this event, though, the difference is when you stop, it's just there's a box full of empty bottles and cans, and you have to yeet them all as quickly as possible, and then you resume cross country skiing. I guess the cross country skiing part stays the same. There's cross country skiing plus yeeting. The nice thing about yeeting is you don't have to throw it in any particular place. You just throw it away from you in any direction. Would you agree that yeeting implies that you can throw it in any direction? Because oh, Levi, you're back. Good. I'm glad to see you've learned your lesson. I hope. You know, this is rehabilitative justice, Levi. It's not retributive justice. Yeah. Holla. Okay. And if I holla at you, you better holla back. Hey, kid, Chris, the Sergeant Brigade, didn't you learn anything from what Levi did? You learned nothing at all. The people writing are actually writing over the outcome of the War of 1812. Wow, that's a delayed riot. Damn it, King Christian Sergeant Brigade! I cannot believe you came in with a hey guys. You were supposed to roll in here with a holla. You roll in here with a holla, girl, and we will holla back. Holla back, Levi Samuels. Holla back. Can't get Krishna Sarvapagu who doesn't care. You don't care about holla? You ain't no holla back girl, I guess. I'm finna losing my patience. We gotta yeet you, King Krishna Sarvapagu. You are being dank, and so we're gonna yeet you. Holla means hello, basically. It means, hey girl. Like this. When you're picking up on a chick, you have to move around like this. Hey girl. You know you my world. Like that. That's how you pick up on chicks. If anybody was like picking up on chicks lessons, that's how you do it. Rachel, it took me a while to process what Levi was saying too. He's referencing your earlier thing. Yes. Ooh. Also, this. When anybody tries to disrespect you, this should be your initial response. Ooh. Like that. Ooh, love is in the air. Winston's mom's son. What do we name him? Santiago? I believe his name is Santiago. Santiago and Can Krishna Sarmapagu. Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, no, you don't? Oh, no, you don't. Don't. It looks like someone's going to have a differently arranged marriage. That's the thing is, this is great, Can Krishna Sarmapagu, because when your parents say, Can Krishna Sarmapagu, we have arranged a marriage for you, and you must be married to this man. You say to them, Mom, Dad, I am going to get married in an arranged marriage, just not arranged by you. See what I'm saying, Can Krishna Sarmapagu? That way they can't say anything. You are agreeing to go to an arranged marriage. You just don't think they're very good at arranging. Life would be easier with arranged marriage, that's true. See? It's just that the person who's getting married should get to pick who does the arranging. That's the thing. I barely comprehend that you chose to engage in that action. You better watch yourself. You better watch yourself. Holla back, Swift Eagle. Holla back. Thank you for entering correctly. Kanki and Krishna Sarnapagu is currently wiping her tears and rubbing her sore behind because she came in with the wrong introduction. Levi as well. They came in with hey. Not acceptable. Only Hollas are acceptable around here. Sometimes women can pick where to go for dinner. Usually Rachel doesn't want to pick it. That's the thing about FE is it's the person who agrees to want something specific is yeah, guys, hey, Swift Eagle's correct. I hollered back, and a lot of other people in here have not yet hollered back to Swift Eagle. When somebody does answer with the correct greeting, you really should holler back. I'm giving you a fail to holler back finger wag on behalf of Swift Eagle. Okay. So if they like each other, the marriage is arranged? No. It's not like that, Kanki and Krishna starting for you. You pick the person who arranges the marriage for you, and then you necessarily go with their choice. You consider yourself forced to go with their choice from that point forward. Thing is, you've picked the wrong people to arrange your marriage. You picked your parents. You should have picked me and Winston's mom. Okay. I would have delegated the job to Winston's mom, and she has taken the job on and correctly picked her own son. There is no nepotism going on here. Okay. She has done careful research of all the people in America and has determined that her own son just happens to be the best person for you. So I have faith in Winston's mom's judgment in this area, and therefore, Kanki Krishna Sarnapagu, you will marry her son. Holla back, Alan Bryan. Holla back. Holla back, playa. Holla back. Rachel and I are going to take a little trip early in June. But here's the thing. I don't think we're going to fly. I've looked into it, and because I want to go smart, and because I want to go soon, I don't want to get plane tickets because it'll be too expensive. It's like I would like to go to Tennessee. If we schedule it for the end of June, we could do that potentially. So the assets are with the same social circle. Arranged marriages are kind of a good idea. I agree. As long as I'm the one arranging them. I want to pick some hilarious pairings. Let's try this ESFP and this ENTP. See how that works. Arranging marriages for hilarity rather than for compatibility. I would like to go to Tennessee because I'm looking at tickets to Memphis, plane tickets to Memphis. I've got plane tickets to Memphis. I've got plane tickets to Memphis. Whenever I hear this fly, I think of Fergalicious. Washington State would be cool. Ghost Rider's there too, huh? That's drivable. The now. It's nice too. I'd like to go there. How many hours of driving is that? Land, mother ucker. Land, father mucker. Yeah. And that is this road trip to Washington State is consistent with my desire to go north. Fergalicious man. Fergalicious man. I don't want to go to Seattle. Seattle is yeah, I mean the thing is I could plan another trip for beginning of July. I wouldn't probably be after the 4th, but yeah, that's what I was thinking about Seattle as well, Hambone. It's because of the horrible leftist politics. But I would like to go to the. No, those are not. That's not it. It's. I'm not gonna save the fly. I think he went back outside though. They got the door open, so they're gonna come in and out. You're in San Francisco. Talk about shitholes. It's the only place I feel unsafe in California is the Bay Area. It's ridiculous. Well said, Boot. Well said. Well said. I was born here, fuckhead. Oh, I love this place. I love hanging out with you guys. This is fun. I like live streaming, except this isn't how you're supposed to live stream it. That's why only 12 people are here. There must be something you're supposed to do in a live stream that I'm not doing that makes it popular, you know? Maybe I've got to stay on topic or something, or I'm obviously not going to, but I really should. It would be easier in life if I just put on some pants. Because every time I stand up, I have to it's like I'm a girl. I got to adjust my clothes before I stand up, you know? It's ridiculous. I also have something else to tell you that's very important. I've made a determination. When girls talk to other girls about their purses, they refer to them as bags. But when girls talk to guys about their purses, they refer to them as purses. Thanks, Walter. Thanks, guys. I appreciate your positive regard. Chakra or grenade is effective, but we want not just effectiveness, we want to minimize the collateral damage as well, Curious Kyra. Oh my god, I thought you guys were wallets, JK. That's what I guess a lot of live streamers think. See, like somebody like Frank James, he must be he must feel a little bit of qualms, I think, as he live streams and people are like dropping money on him, like pow, pow, pow. For nothing, you know? To get his attention. He's got to feel some qualms about that, I think. It's probably why he doesn't live stream too much. I guess you get used to it, and you just start to accept it. It's a weird phenomenon, right? If you think about it, it's a weird phenomenon. Super chatting is when I first heard about it, like when it first came out, I heard nobody's gonna pay to chat. That's ridiculous. Who's gonna pay to chat? And the answer is a lot of people. They want to show you that they appreciate you or they like you or something, and they'll give you money. And yeah, you kind of have to learn to feel okay about that, I guess. It I have learned to feel okay about that when it happens and feel good about it sometimes even if you know. But it's strange. It's a strange phenomenon. I was arrested once too. Marijuana possession and paraphernalia possession. Thanks, Oklahoma. Thanks a lot for arresting me and breaking my car. Appreciate it, dickwads. Um, Marijuana possession. You can't possess marijuana, okay? You don't own the marijuana. It owns itself. You just have it for a while. You're just spending time with it. I don't possess this marijuana. I don't treat it like I own it. This is my friend. It's visiting with me. Well, it's easier to prove that you have marijuana, you know? Like, I did in fact have a box full of marijuana, so pretty easy to prove that I had it. These police were very well trained. They did it entirely by the book. There's nothing I could complain about. Believe me, if they had fucked up, I would have been all over it. They were extremely well trained. They did everything exactly by the book. And you know, sometimes you. The thing is, it's like I knew deep down that I was gonna get burned. I was playing with too much fire here, driving around the country, smoking weed willy nilly. You were arrested one time, and it was epic. Grand theft auto, possession of meth, heroin, and weed, possession of a concealed weapon without a permit, possession of drug paraphernalia. Wow. That's impressive, Waldo. That's did you steal a car? Why would you steal a car? No, Waldo's a gangster. Well, I don't consider any of those things no, I mean, especially with this clarification here that Waldo says, none of those things are actually crimes. You know, the stealing of a car is a crime, but the borrowing of a car is not a crime, especially without the knowledge that it was stolen. And possession of things is not a crime. It's illegal, but it's not an actual crime against anybody, or it's not a crime against person or property. You know. So cool. Of course, the thing about that is people are like, yeah, but that means you're doing meth and heroin. Well, yeah, who am I to judge? I never done. Well, I never got into. I have actually done heroin before, in the sense that I smoked black tar heroin before. Oh, good. You know what? I'm glad to hear. Glad to hear the Curious Kyra has decided to participate in our mandatory arranged marriage program. Curious Kyra, I'm going to take over from your parents here. Me and Rachel are going to arrange your marriage for you, okay? Rachel and I will work as your parents on behalf of your parents to arrange your marriage. Now, you can't have Winston's mom's son because he's already promised to King Krishna Sarma with you. But I will find you somebody to marry. Rachel and I will. And believe me, we're going to take it serious enough that I'm going to say, what about meow, Rachel? Before telling you that's who you're going to marry. Which types are prone to speeding? Young men. Among young men, I would say that your action types are most prone to speeding. ESTP, ISTP, your SE types, but also ENTP. I don't actually think INTP, even though they are also action tool function, I don't think they're likely to speed particularly. But I do think that probably ESTJ and ESFJ even are both also likely to speed because they've got SE demonstrative. ESFP for sure. ISFP maybe, but probably a little less likely. But in general, I would say it's also young men. Younger men tend to speed more. Younger women too. Delilah used to fucking be a super lead foot until she got a ticket or two, and then now she drives pretty chill. That's a 1. She's such a 1, you know? She doesn't get mad when something like that happens. She doesn't surrender spiritually in any sense or try to make nice in any sense, but she just goes, okay, just got to change my behavior. Very pragmatic. Much more pragmatic than me. Although I'm getting more pragmatic as I get older. He stayed almost 2 months in jail, was released on a signature bond, pled guilty on the misdemeanor charges, and had 2 years unsupervised probation with expulsion from the state of Alabama. Waldo, really? That's horrible. Hambo's got a point. Alabama ain't a bad state to be expelled from. Hambo, what part of Washington State do you live in? I've been to Birmingham, Alabama. They had the national debate tournament there one year, and I took my team there with my ex-wife was with us too. Me and my team and my ex-wife, Candace. She was a good team mother, kind of organizer type person. She did a good job of organizing, like what hotel to stay in and all that kind of stuff. Was it the BJCC? No, it was what was at the time called NFL, and now it's called NSDA. Which is the National Speech and Debate Association National Tournament. They have it in a different place most years. Sometimes they have it in the same place multiple years, depending on the arrangements of things. But that year, I don't remember how we did that year. Birmingham. It's weird. It's like I used to know every Nats I have in my head. I'd be like, oh, that was the year that meow on this and meow on that and stuff. But I don't have that in my memory anymore. Because I don't fundamentally see myself mostly as a debate coach anymore, I guess. There was a time in my life before YouTube when a lot of my identity was linked into being a debate coach. But it's not that way anymore. Hi, CJ. Hi, precious wonder. How's my delightful bastion of womanhood?
I'm good. I'm tall, drink of water.
I'm tall and a drink of water.
Hi, Pee-Pee.
Well,
did you sleep in here tonight? Last night?
Yeah.
Did she sleep with you?
Not until this morning.
Oh.
This morning she did. She came in and she and I made love.
Oh.
So, Waldo, I want you to not feel alone. There's a state I can't go to as well. It's Kansas. It's because apparently, this is what they say anyway. Allegedly, I illegally shot at some geese.
Did you?
Allegedly, let's just leave it at that.
Okay.
I allegedly shot at some geese. That you're not supposed to shoot at. If the allegations of me shooting at those geese are true, then I'm going to say it's very possible, in theory, that I was defending myself from the geese.
Okay. They are very aggressive.
They can be very aggressive. I didn't know for sure that they weren't going to attack me. There was no way for me to be certain of that except to shoot at them. Allegedly. No, I didn't. There are no allegations of me hitting any geese. But you'd actually like to know about this thing. This black part here, is the part that you buy at the store. It costs about $40. And you want to get this kind because...
You hungry?
Me?
No. Well, are you?
No. So the thing is, this part screws off of this bottom part. And you get more of these green ones. And you can also, with this kind, you can attach map gas too if you want. Map gas is like this, except it comes in longer yellow containers. And it's hotter. It's hotter than propane. So they use map gas. If you're a plumber, usually they use map gas because if there's like copper pipes that they got to solder or something, then that's when they use this. But then not this one, the yellow one, the map gas. So anyway, and is it the best lighter to have? Yes, it's the best lighter to have because allegations are for alligators. Oh, that's funny. The thing to remember also is I allegedly shot at these geese with a Glock 9. Okay, not with a shotgun or a rifle. I allegedly shot at these geese with a handgun. Okay, so the chances of me hitting these geese was very low. And also, it's the first time I'd ever shot a handgun. So those geese were pretty safe geese. I tell you. They were not up against a very mighty hunter, allegedly. Nevertheless, I guess it's a big crime to shoot at those geese. I don't know. I mean, I had no idea. It was on private land, and I asked Taylor. I asked him, I'm like, "Can I shoot at those things over there?" Allegedly, and he's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "All right," and I walked over towards them, and allegedly, I held the gun up here. No, it wasn't mine. I don't own any guns. I was visiting my friend Taylor in Kansas. Taylor's an ESTP. He owned a lot of guns at the time before he got arrested. Waldo, you sound like trouble. Whew. Anyway, so no, it wasn't my Glock. Okay, the thing is, the reason that it became a big deal was basically the cops were after Taylor. Okay, the cops were after Taylor, and Taylor took and posted to the channel. I didn't make the video. I didn't ask him to make the video. I didn't ask him to post it. He had access to post it. He posted this video up there of me allegedly shooting at some geese. You can't see any geese, okay, in the video. You just see me shooting, and then you hear what could be the sound of geese.
Oh my god.
Geese honking, in the background as they fly away. It could be that. That could be the sound. It could be a bunch of old-timey bicycle horns. Somebody could be off there using bicycle horns, old-timey bicycle horns. That's what that could be. It could not necessarily sound of geese, just because it sounds exactly like geese. Okay. Somebody could be playing an audio recording on a tape player of some sounds of geese off to the side. We could have put it all together. No, Alan Bryan, they're probably the safest people with guns, with ESTPs. They're probably the only people around who are safe with guns. I totally could have been framed. There could have been somebody off at the side that was playing a record album of the sound of geese. Oh, I didn't, fortunately, Boot.
I said to brew it without any water in it.
I didn't kill, capture, sell, trade, or transport any of those things. Okay, I guess what you would deem what I allegedly did is molest them. I allegedly molested the geese. I think that's what they call it in legal terms. If you bother species that you're not supposed to bother, it's called molesting them. Yes, it's a terrible word, but I do believe that that's the legal term for bothering animals you're not supposed to bother. It includes any kind of engagement with them, basically. So, okay, well, allegedly, I molested some geese, but that's why I'm not going back to Kansas. Okay.
Is Kansas where Taylor lives?
Yes.
So
he lives
separated,
but he lives right on the border of Missouri.
So you can kind of get away with it.
So I could go to Missouri and he can come visit me.
Oh.
Instead of me driving to him 10 minutes, he can drive to me 10 minutes, and I can stay in Missouri and be perfectly safe.
That's good.
Yeah.
You guys are close. How did you guys, I would say that, besides maybe Nick, the INTP dude, who like did a lot of videos.
Nick?
Nick?
You mean Spacey? Or you mean
No.
oh, you're talking about oh, I know who you're talking about. You're talking about
He did a lot of self videos.
yeah. What the hell was his name? I can't believe I forgot his name all of a sudden. Zachary.
Zachary, yeah. How did you and Taylor get so close? Because like there's like an obvious like it's like you Taylor's girlfriend, Abe, and Susie, you're kind of like I'd say the closest to you out of like the TWFP crowd.
Yeah. Well, Susie and Taylor will always be inner circle. And I don't really have inner circle, outer circle, but it doesn't matter whether we're talking or not, they're always inner circle. And those are really the only two that have that thing right there. And they will always have that. I don't know. It's Taylor and I see eye to eye about things or whatever. We just do. It's like me and Delilah. We see eye to eye. It's two FI polar people who like each other, and that's a great relationship because nobody expects anything from the other person.
Oh yeah, Zach. Yeah, Zachary. Yeah.
Zach.
Yeah, because he has a lot of videos, but he doesn't do them with you. Like you shit.
What happened?
Oh man, I lost like the when the string goes into the
Oh, everybody knows the pain of this problem. This is one of life's major problems. When the string goes inside the thing. Fortunately, yours isn't very deep in here.
Yeah.
I'm going to get that out for you, baby.
Thank you.
I'm going to save the day. You just watch, little Missy. You just watch and see me save the day. Did you ever know that you're my Spiro? That's the song that Richard Nixon used to sing to his vice president.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever
know I heard about
that
Safety
you're
Pin
my
too.
Spiro? You are the wind.
How'd you sleep out here?
Pretty shitty until like 4 a.m. or so. And we plan to like 2 more sleepy time Tylenols.
Okay.
And then I crashed out. And I slept well for about 4 hours or so.
Okay.
I'll probably want a nap later, but it's weird. I'm getting used to this. It's taken me a long time to get used to this. Just like it's taking you some time to get used to being in an enabled, peaceful environment and relaxing and being able to do that well. It's taking me, it's the same thing for me. It's the first time I've been in this kind of, moved back into my dad's house after Kimberly. The first time I've been like enabled to just really relax and not fret about shit. And it's hard to get used to.
Yeah, because you don't show your fretting. Like, I don't think you show your fretting. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you for alerting me to it when it wasn't so bad. Boom. Boom, mother uckers. Boom.
That is...
Pew.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's some demonstrative TE there,
Yeah,
friends.
that is.
I am demonstrating some extroverted thinking in the history house. Spyro Gyro is a terrible, terrible, terrible band.
I never heard of them.
They're like this smooth jazz band that my dad used to listen to.
Spyro Gyro?
Spyro Gyro.
Why were they?
That's what they were called. It's
I'm
terrible.
surprised that they always associate with like gyros.
I don't know. I don't think they mean like the kind of food you eat.
Oh.
There's also like a gyroscope, which is, well, like for example, bicycles stay upright when you ride them because of gyroscopic action. That is to say, because the spinning thing wants to stay upright, it'll push itself back upright if it starts to turn this way or this way. That's called gyroscopic action. I don't think that's arson. I think accidental neglectful fire causing is arson. I think there's probably a different name for that. You saw a dude get knifed at a Spyro Gyro show in Connecticut in the late 90s. That cannot possibly be true, Waldo. Who gets knifed at a Spyro Gyro show? I mean, seriously. Whoa, did somebody run out of Chardonnay? Your dad got a ticket for discarding his lit cigarette butt out of his window? Yeah, that'll happen. I always try to look around for cops before I throw a cigarette butt out.
Smart.
Yeah. And of course, anytime you push something like, let's say you speed up to make a yellow light and you like barely make it, or maybe it's a little bit red, when you push it and maybe you push it a little too far and you maybe hit a little bit of red in the light, you always have to say, big bucks, no cops, no whammies. That's how you protect yourself from cops. Big bucks, no cops, no whammies. Whew. If you don't say it, then decent chance there might be a cop there. George Berkeley, Bishop of Cloyne, argument 1685. We perceive ordinary objects. We perceive only ideas. Therefore, ordinary objects are ideas. Well, I mean, it's valid, but it's not true. Hi, Blue Nowhere. Oh, Kitty, freshness pants.
What's she up to? Stretching?
No, she's looking. She's looking at something over there. Are Rachel and Eric still together? Yes, we're still together. Blue
I
Nowhere.
knew he was gonna ask. I
think Blue Nowhere's a
You
chick.
make me nervous, Blue Nowhere, because you predict things that I don't like happening.
I think Blue Nowhere's a chick.
And I don't think Blue Nowhere likes me. Which is fine.
Okay.
No, I mean, if I get it. Like, if you have fans who really,
Oh, you're a guy. Oh, okay. You're a guy. Sorry, Blue Nowhere. I don't know why I always think you're a chick. I've said that before.
Yeah, I thought he was a dude.
That's Rick you got. I never knew what that thing was. I thought it was a like a blow upable, wavy arms blow up guy, but now I see it's not. It's Rick.
It's the icky Rick.
If you don't have haters, you're not doing it correctly, Rachel, says Waldo.
True.
A dry forest, right, Kara? I'm pretty sure it's a dry forest. When throwing lit cigarette butts out the window, be near a dry forest. Tips for success. Be near a dry forest. Include a tinder bundle with the cigarette butt you throw out. Berkeley contends that no material things exist, just that some immaterial things exist. He attacks Cartesian and Lockean dualism held by Hobbes that only material things exist. Yeah, but what's his reason for that? I mean, it's one you could just make the claim, but what's the actual reasoning? What's the justification? True that. Everybody wanna say true that. Yes, Rachel and I are still together now and forever.
What do you say?
I'm just revisiting the question of whether we're still together. Now and forevermore. 7 years ago.
Oh, I wanted to tell you, my dad saw Princess Bride and he really liked it.
Oh, had he not seen it before?
No.
Oh, that's cool. 7 years ago. Four fathers came onto this place to make a new nation. Something like that.
I'm gonna see if I can pull up my old vlog and then you can see an old picture of me. If you'd like.
Sure.
From like 10 years ago.
That's good. There you go, Precious.
Thank you.
Well, I know you didn't think that, and that's fine. You are certainly entitled to your opinion. You are correct that when we put ourselves out there on the internet, then naturally we are subject to critique. ENFP is good for telling the INFJ which forest to stay out of, since INFJ focuses on the trees more than the forest. It's a good way to put it, Alan Bryan. Alan Bryan has been in an ENFP INFJ relationship for a long time, and he's a good asset that we should take advantage of a little bit here. So, what advice would you give to if you were to talk to Alan Bryan, a couple that's been together for 8 months, like me and Rachel, and as an INFJ and an INFJ relationship that's been together for a long time? What advice would you give to both the INFJ and the ENTP? They've been together for 46 years.
Oh my goodness. That's even before, like, MBTI was even really, like, a thing. So they came together naturally.
Yeah, and they're 58. They got married when they were 12. I'm not sure about that.
How did that's amazing. On June 9th.
46 years on June 9th. Wow. Yeah, congratulations. That's impressive. So what advice would you have for both sides? No, Swift Eagle, it all comes from my butthole. Rachel has advantage. of knowing Eric is debater. So I think what he's saying is that maybe he didn't know going in what it meant to be with an ENTP or something.
I thought he was the ENTP.
No, he's the INFJ.
Oh.
His wife's the ENTP.
Oh, Rachel has a good of knowing. Oh, yeah. I could see that. So don't argue too much. I'm learning. I'm so learning. Like, I can see that as being, that is an advantage, you're right. Knowing going into it that you're an arguer.
The thing is, I really make an effort to be a fair arguer. I spend a lot of attention trying to make sure that I'm not taking advantage of any advantages I have to the best of my ability to stop myself from doing so. I don't think necessarily that every ENTP does that, but I agree. Don't argue too much is a good advice. He says also Eric knows that ENTP can bully INFJ with TI. I try not to.
Okay, but I have a question for you then. For INFJ, like, what would you say is your main source of support emotionally? Because we're both pretty clueless when it comes to it, but I think I need some support because I don't know where my feelings come from. Like, it's not like you say, sometimes it could be nothing.
I'm just doing this. I'm playing squeeze my thumb in the in the fly swatter. That's what my arm is doing.
Earplugs is a good idea. I do use my earbuds.
Thumb squeeze.
We have feelings.
So, what do you mean when you're saying that you need support? You're saying basically when you're upset, I get mad at you rather than comfort you.
Only during fights. I think you comfort me mostly. But like I'm saying, like I'm trying to go to Whereby, right? I'm trying to use that as a place where I can go, but it seems that most people are on there to like kind of like, at least when I'm in there, it doesn't seem to be like there's many people in there. But I can still try. But I mean, like, I just sometimes need to like work out like stuff that has nothing to do with you.
Mm-hmm. Maybe support to talk the feelings out to get to the root cause of the feelings.
Yeah, for the cause of the feelings, because I feel things and like I don't know why. Like I'm feeling good, but I'm missing home a little bit today.
And that's perfectly normal.
Yeah.
You know, it's like there's nothing wrong with you having a variety of different feelings. That some of them are not necessarily going to be positive. And I'm here to try to I try not to do that. I think you got a harsher ENTP than she has.
Yeah, I don't I know our relationship. Like I know your nature. You're knowing my nature. I think we're like I think we're accommodating to each other as we can, but our natures do come out. Like I'm gonna catastrophe. Like that's the worst of it in my mind. I don't know. I'm just trying to say that sometimes I don't know where my feelings are coming from, and I don't want to burden you with things that you can't grapple. Like or might be difficult. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Well, it's true that I have trouble hearing.
Respect.
Yeah, I have trouble hearing negative stuff in general. Um, I don't think I've ever called Rachel a coward. I don't think so.
It is highly. You're right.
Yeah, it is.
It
It is highly metaphysical.
You can tell when we're like at our low battery end of that, of physical, because then we start like to bump into things. I know I do.
I mean, the thing is, one thing I've learned so far is that it helps us a lot to have sex.
Yeah.
That tends to, usually, but not always,
Not usually.
tends to sort of remind us that these conflicts we're having over the map are ignoring the territory. You know. Yes, you did get in on a therapy session here, Blue Miller. This is how healthy couples deal with things a little bit. You know, it's I know most healthy couples don't do it publicly in front of the world, but most couples don't include me.
Or me.
True. So anyway, Rachel and I think I also note that I can really see our relief functions playing out differently and sometimes causing unintended conflict that neither of us is aware is coming from. For example, when I'm feeling meh, I'm going to want to up the SI. I'm going to want to get comfy cozy. I'm going to want to not go out and do shit. I'm going to want to nest. I'm going to want to watch TV. I'm going to want to meow the meow, as they say. So, on the other hand, when Rachel needs relief, Rachel wants to go and do things. She needs to get out. She needs to ride her bike. She needs to go walking. She needs to go on an errand someplace or that kind of thing in general.
Yeah.
And those two things can kind of run afoul of each other. I agree with you, Winston's mom. And she needs to be able to vent in privacy and so forth. And she needs to be able to vent to y'all. And I appreciate your downness, Winston's mom.
Yeah, holla back.
Holla. Indeed.
No, really, it is
It's heartwarming. It's proof that there's goodness in the world. I like goodness. I don't like evil. I don't like suffering.
I think that's where my thinking of home is not bringing me happy. It's like I'm missing the SI things. I think like a walk around the block and like there's food there, but like the memories I have are not necessarily like at least current ones are not necessarily like happy. So it's like I'm missing the conveniences of knowing where everything is already, but it's like I know I have to call my mom because I'm feeling this way, but I also know that like I'm not gonna get any nurturing from her. So it's like it's just complicated is all.
Yeah, Alan Bryan, that's very good advice. Go places, travel together.
Yeah, we love traveling together.
And I think I was going to mention to you, Rachel, that I think how we've been kind of aimless about where exactly we want to go on a trip.
Yeah.
I've come up with a aim here.
Okay.
I'm thinking Washington State.
Cool.
Ham Bones in Washington State.
That's great.
And so is Ghost Rider.
So,
both of them. So we could visit them.
Okay, let's do it. I would love to meet them.
That would be cool. I don't know if Ghost Rider is going to want to meet him. But regardless, even if we just go and see Hambone for a day or something.
Yeah, we'll talk to Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
What is Ellen saying? Thank you so much for the advice, by the way. This is really helpful.
Yeah, so I agree with you, Alan. I think we've been somewhat more ontologically handicapped by COVID than we're aware of in any given moment. You know, it hurts more than we think in some ways.
What?
The whole COVID thing.
Yeah.
It's been harmful to everybody. It's been harmful to each of us, and it's been harmful to the relationship. It's been harmful in general because, like you're saying, Alan, well, what Alan says here is something that I need to remember in general. No, walking around the block is not exciting enough. You want excitement. Travel together, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's true. Eric stays up until 3 o'clock in the morning all the time, same as my wife.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you that's a good question. Sleeping arrangements, sleeping patterns. What's it like for you guys? Because we're pretty. You know what? I'm beginning to be real free about it because I hate. It breaks my heart, like thinking that like you're tossing and turning, and then you're wondering about me, and then
it's better if we just don't sleep together.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like lying down with you at the beginning of the night, but ultimately, neither of us is well served by trying to sleep together. We're both well served by sleeping separately because we both have FE going on.
Yeah.
And neither of us likes to have to think about the other person.
Yeah, so I was wondering, sleeping arrangements are terrible? What did I say? I'm sorry.
Yeah, he just says terrible. So I mean, do you guys sleep together in the same bed, or do you just give up on that and sleep in separate places?
Nancy loves to stay. Oh, okay. So we're pretty on par.
Yeah. Well, Blue Nowhere, I've got some bad news for you. Your real psychologist right now can't answer that question. He's lost the ability to speak because he induced self-induced medical coma because he's SI-polar.
I miss you, though, when I'm not sleeping next to you.
I miss you too, darling. Not when I'm not sleeping next to you, but when I wake up in the morning.
That's how I feel. Yeah. That's how I feel too.
When I'm actually sleeping, I think, okay, this is better.
Gosh.
What?
I can't believe I actually got into this. My old life journal. Okay. Profile. Actually.
I've got to go pee, everybody.
Ow! Where do you have to go?
I have to go pee.
Okay. I'm such a weirdo.
Let me see. Here's what you're looking at.
I deleted a lot of entries at one point.
Shocking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's such a surprise. INFJ destroying parts of their life that they don't like. That didn't happen. I shall wash it from my memory.
Yep, exactly. And it. Oh my gosh. Photo bucket.
Oh, urination. Oh, sweet and good urination. Oh, watery urines of my body, spill forth. Spill forth. Sweet and good urination. So just and true and fine. This is how I get the urine out of my body and into the sink. Oh, what a wonderful, wonderful thing to have done. You've urinated, Eric. Good job. Thanks, Eric.
You are doing such a good job.
Thanks, Rachel. My bladder thinks so too.
Yeah. It's always good when your bladder's happy.
Yeah. Science. That's what I say. If you believe in science, you're lying to yourself. Science doesn't know anything. Okay?
What does?
NI. NI knows all the important things. Okay? NI knows whether a song's good or not. That's way more important than whether that bridge is going to support all that weight. Who cares about that?
Socioeconomics is sucky. I think that's a good way of describing it, actually.
Thanks.
For how scientific it is.
Alan busts out the NIFE there and comes up with exactly the right term. Soggy is the right term.
Yeah.
I shall cop that. Consider it copped and non-yeeted. I will not yeet that.
You sleep on the springs usually inside the mattress. Now, do you fit yourself into the springs? Like, do you cover yourself in the springs?
You're kind of like the cat in the drug war meme. Let me see if I can find it. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I don't know. See, it used to be that you could click on the people in the chat's names, and then you could go to their YouTube and add them as a friend.
You can on your phone, not on the laptop.
No, not on the phone anymore.
Oh, not on the phone anymore?
That's what the mistake was. That's what the accidental timeout was. Because I was trying to add him as a friend. Okay, let me see if I can find.
Okay. What am I looking for here? I'm looking for something very specific. First of all, I want to get this one too.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to post this here.
No. Alan Bryan, is this you?
Okay, so I'm going to put this here like so. First of all, for those of you who want to know what the rest of the year has in store, there's been a you can find out all the way the rest of the year here if you look at that link now. And then there's one more thing that I want to put up there.
So on my profile, this is back in 2003. I listened to a lot of the guy that you compare your own music to, Bubbly Toes guy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Bubbly Toes.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Bubbly Toes guy.
You were only listening, you might not realize what you're missing. He was really popular back then. But anyway, so, okay, I have a quote from, because, I knew my ex-boyfriend was, looking at this.
Uh-huh.
So, I have a little heart, and then it says, "Look at it out there. It's all falling apart. I'm erasing you, and I'm happy." And that's from a movie that we both saw together, telling him like, "Fuck off! Like I'm erasing you, and I'm happy." And then, why choose this? Apart from the song, I remember when you and me, how we used to be just good friends, wouldn't give me some, but all I wanted was some. What the fuck, Rachel?
Are you mad at yourself? You were
You wouldn't
younger.
give me none? Who was this talking about?
I don't know.
I was definitely saying that I was getting cock blocked or whatever. And maybe I'll just make a new one.
There it is. And I'll piao this. And this is all in order to explain how Kyra sleeps in her bed inside of her mattress.
Oh my gosh.
All
That's
right.
a great picture.
Yeah. So once again, I'll put the link
That
to
is
the
that's
community
exactly
chat
how I
here.
was picturing her.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. All right. Right. The news is too depressing right now. I can't watch it either. I would like everybody to enjoy hollowing today. Today's a holiday. So go, when you go out in the world and you meet somebody, you say holla and anticipate they're gonna probably say holla back like that with a holla back. That facial expression says holla back. What is the facial expression of holla back? It's this. Yeah, it's a holiday. You're right. Alan Brian, you are on an NI roll today. It is a holiday.
Oh, boom.
Boom. It's totally a holiday.
That is a great one.
Just because something is not Blue Number, listen, this is a point I keep trying to express to people. Just because something is not deductively reducible doesn't mean it's not universal. So you can have universal truths that you can't prove are universally true, but nevertheless are. That's NI. That's the difference between things that are reducible, closed system things that are reducible, open system synergistic truths that are irreducible or emergent. Different things. Why do people not understand this? Why am I always having to make the same fucking point? God. It's like you're being a little bit stubborn, Blue Nowhere. I'm pretty sure you might be bringing a little bit of FI to the table here. I think this might be your facial expression. That's stubborn. if you were to see me making this facial expression, you would say, "Damn, that guy's stubborn."
They base emoji icons on your face.
In fact, logic assumes you're going to evaluate truth yourself. So, in other words, we can determine universally whether the thing I'm saying is valid as an argument, but whether or not it's sound depends on whether the premises are true.
Yeah, good song.
Sing it again.
Here's the flip flops, and he like doesn't make he doesn't like. I haven't heard anything from him
Ever since, I have no idea what
yeah,
it is.
You do. Hold on, I'll get it.
I don't want to get copyrighted though, so don't play it out loud.
Oh, okay. So then I'll just like.
Yeah, if you want to plug it in the headphones and bring it to me, I can listen to it. Maybe, or I would come over there and listen to it.
Oh, it's totally fine. It's like not that big of a deal. I'll just get his name and you'll know.
Well, it doesn't assume the premises are true. It assumes that the people involved are going to be able to. Like logic means, here's universally whether what you're saying is valid. Now we can argue about whether it's true. If it's not valid, it fails to meet the initial burden to discuss whether or not it's true.
Jack Johnson.
Jack Johnson. I saw him in concert at the Hollywood Bowl.
Yeah, so my quote was from him. Yeah, because so deep at 2019.
You gotta excuse your 19.
Know that I was inviting people. I was telling people that I'm not attracted to you unless you're a friend.
You don't have to buy my book, Alan Bryan. It's free. I'll give it to you. Which book are you talking about, actually? I'm assuming you're talking about the cognitive function thing. That's just free. You can just have it. Everybody can have it if they want. It's not done. I mean, it's done, but the regular book is not done. The real book that I'm trying to write I should work on it. The tables, yeah, that's free. You're welcome to have that. I'll give it the link right here to everybody.
Wow, I haven't had my hair this long.
What am I looking for? Oh, yeah. I remember. Exciting tables. Copy link, and then put the link here. Pow. Thanks, Alan, for caring. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm feeling relaxed. Was he successful, Kyra? Kyra's brother once said, "I'm really trying to become a defendant right now." After he said this, he rushed out of the house. Hawaiian, pana po'o, the act of scratching your head in order to help you remember something. That's nice that they have a word for that in Hawaiian. Yeah, I guess so. I think right now The state of having to quickly explain yourself. Erkla. That's a good word for, you know, it's kind of a long word for that. But what are you going to do? Sitzfleisch. Those who possess a lot of seat meat and are able to sit through and weather something incredibly hard or boring. Oh, you know, ISTJs. Chingada. A hellish imaginary faraway place where you send all those who annoy you. There's also chismosa, which is Mexican woman gossip. That's you're being very chismosa means you're stirring up gossipy trouble unnecessarily. Like I hear that Jody and her husband they uh, they go to bed at totally different times. Like something very chismosa. Like there's nothing wrong with that at all, but you're making it into something stirring up trouble kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's chismosa. It's a good word.
It is.
Rare dons sabarb, to laugh in your beard quietly while thinking about something that happened in the past. Trepverter, literally staircase words, a witty riposte or comeback you think of only when it's too late to use. Oh, that's a good word. Trepverter. That's an important one. We've all experienced some trepverters in our life. I don't experience a whole lot of trepverters anymore, as I've spent my whole life gathering and preparing for every possible contingency that needs a witty repartee, riposte, or comeback. So I have comebacks for just about everything. I'm pretty quick with them. Every once in a while, I get caught off guard still. I go, that will never happen again. And I come up with my comeback reviews in a comparable situation in the future. Oh, yeah, get that thing. Oh, it's good. That's some sexual moisture. I want to
find out where that clamp is.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
Come here, clamps. Let's get to clamping. Uarpak. The feeling of anticipation that leads you to keep looking outside to see if someone is coming. That's pretty good. This is a pretty good clamp for this purpose. If you've got a loaf, does anybody out there have a loaf besides me? What is a loaf? A loaf is a part of your shoulder, probably, that that is very prone to needing massaging a lot. I've got a loaf. I think I don't have the Vulcan magic that's required to make that happen. Get the loaf. Oh, yeah. Oh, get that loaf. Get it. Get it. being gotten pretty good right now.
So interesting how like I feel like your nerves and like are so like tough.
It's juicy. Oh, juice me. Juice me with your juicers. Oh, juicy juice. That's sensual and good. Oh. Anyway, if you've got a loaf, you want to get a clamp like this, okay? No, it's fine. It's hard for other people to do this because my loaf is quite tough. It's in like a very specific spot. When Rachel helps, she's got to use her elbow pretty much.
Yeah.
It's like there's no way her hands are strong enough to get this loaf. Oh, it's the loafiest of all loaf and loaf related things. Mmm, 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 mmm.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's some deeply sensual loafage. This is actually really good. Yes, it's a crowbar. You don't want to do it like this, so you stab yourself. Ah, it's pointy. See? Ah, it's pretty good. It still didn't really get the spot though. It didn't all the way. It's like, oh, it's really hard to get. You know, it's deep in there. Once I was introduced to this tiny female fishmonger who had the most powerful grip I'd ever felt from a woman's handshake. I told her husband next to her that I would have married her too, you know, just for the hand jobs. Although it's not the case that the key to a good hand job is being able to squeeze tighter. That makes no sense. Look. Theracane trigger point massager's got nothing on a big fucking hammer. Okay. those are hand jobs, yes. Curious Kyra. Playing the guitar, playing the piano are both hand jobs.
True. Thank you for those points.
Oh. Oh.
Ew, that's such a creepy. Little spots.
Hammers doesn't bruise me. I'm not bruised by this.
No, you don't. Like, your internal system is so strong. It's like really impressive, because I was thinking about when I was first here and we were moving the stuff from Kim's to here, and you fell on your back from the van. Remember?
Yeah, that's right.
You recovered actually pretty quickly from that.
I didn't hurt myself too badly. I still don't even feel like I got this fucking thing. It's weird. I've never encountered anything on my body, anything like this spot that it's so. It's just, I don't know, it's for me right-handed. We need to know. We need to see. We need to bed. Happenings down by our meal to judge. A logic to life with the massively unlike it, from which we'll very much. People everywhere gather up, enemies outrage that how to miss a sign. How do they set their priorities? These foreign backstabbing entities into win out of misery, follow necessarily from their savage ways. Insulting cause and misery, we're stuck in such petty larceny. We all partition the rectories and call it destruction of the whole damn world. We share our limits, hoping Julie will too. Every dread for 4 minutes, he just can't do things like they do. And Judy always thought that she should have got to when she had the chance to buy. Julie soon forgot about should and not call, but she ever call that she'll die. Either of the other enemies outraged at how they miss a sign. How do they set the priorities? These foreign backstabbing entities ensuing out of misery, follow necessarily from their savage ways. Insulting, crossing, and misery, we're stuck in such generosity. We all partition the rectories and call it destruction of the whole damn world.
Very good.
Thanks.
When did you you write that song?
I don't really remember.
Was it like over a year ago?
Yeah.
I'm just curious because it's like, you can tell in your songs kind of like your songs from like Temple City sound somewhat different from the songs that you made when you were in
Laverne?
Laverne, yeah.
Yes, I did write it, Alan. Thank you for asking. That's a song I wrote called Destruction of the Whole Damn World. A whopping 12 viewers, more than you got. Blue nowhere, why you gotta be a snot? Always making fun of me and hurting my feelings. Oh, blue nowhere, I'm so sad. Oh, Blue Nowhere, stop teasing me. You know, my record Blue Nowhere is like maybe it's over 60, I think. I do think so. It's over 60. Gerald has a thought. Gerald has a lot. Gerald has a pot. Get the margarine, tater tots. He's got a good idea for a name-changing business. Thinking now about what he'll call Christmas when they hire his firm to change that name. Gerald always thought there'd be chancing up. Not to wrap up. He'd get back to it eventually. But his visions piled up and his plans would interrupt all the work that started off so hopefully. Now his mind is back on his business, thinking of changing fact list for business. So how all the people will shout his name. And Gerald knows he understands ever more clearly now. He won't provide explanation regarding the why or the how. He'll see you and know you from inside your heart. Exciting, delighting, Gerald plays his part. But Gerald still knew there's too much to do, and he dropped the time in the underview. Too much to be but, so where now and what? Too much time spent thinking the skew with you. Gerald has a thought. Gerald has a lot. Gerald has a plot to get the margarine's tasty spots. He's got a good idea for a name to the business. Thinking now about what to call Christmas when they hired his firm to change that name. Gerald has a lot. Thanks, baby. You know what? That's one of my favorite things to hear from people. Actually, is wow, you're pretty good. Because it means, first of all, that they totally underestimated me in the first place, and second of all, that they're still underestimating me. But you know why I feel
you
like
are such a good eater.
You know why I feel
P.O.?
bad effie glee about that?
You know. Yes,
is because
Mommy loves you.
because I've always been the worst musician of everybody. Like all my friends and everything, I used to be the guy that like, no, you're not good enough to play with us, you know? And you're the shitty one, and we're all good at music, and you're shitty at it. It's always was like that. So now all of a sudden I discover when I'm like almost 50 years old, hey, I've actually gotten pretty good at this point. I've gotten pretty damn good at this. And so it makes me happy. It makes me feel good to play the guitar. And also what's weird, I feel so thwacked out. And I'm not.
That's good.
It's weird. Like playing the guitar right there felt so good.
Yeah?
My Effie thanks you for thanking me for playing, Levi Samuels. I appreciate it.
Levi, I'm still trying to search for you. Could you find me? There's only one of me. In terms of names. And Alan Bryan too. I've been trying to search for you as well, just because I like people to be friends with. Experience one. Is that
Master Puppet's my ass. Won't play that song. It's not very good. Although I don't doubt that it's difficult to play like wood. And it's just the right height to catch all the extraordinary hatter. And when I'm done, I'll go up there and climb a ladder. And when I go up there, take me a bucket and pour water inside. And I'll say, hey, Mr. Cloud, drop it from the bottom. Hey, Mr. Cloud, drop it from the bottom. Hey, Mr. Cloud, drop it from the bottom on me.
It's a sweet song.
Thanks, darling.
You're welcome.
Cause you're all invited to the party at the park. Party. It doesn't have a guitar part, that song.
Such a good song. And just the picture of, Teen Delilah being like, Dad, stop!
I know.
I'm serious.
Dad, I'm serious. I need to know where you're gonna take me. Party at the park.
Can I see those dance again?
Party at the park.
Yes!
I actually am not very good at playing covers of any sort. I'm not a good guitarist like that. I don't have good chops. I am instead, I would say, a good songwriter and good at playing my own songs. There are certain covers I play pretty well and that I like to play. In fact, there is a cover I would like to play right now, and it's called "For the Longest Time" by Billy Joel.
Oh.
I really enjoy playing that song.
You sing it well.
Thanks. Let's see.
May I have the... No, fuck it. I'm just gonna go with yes.
Gonna get off my lazy ass. Yeah.
Why is it only halfway? I must...
There.
I want to ask your dad, like, when he came here, how long ago did he like come out west? Like, was it straight with your mom? Like,
Yeah,
right after?
it was after Europe. He came out here west because that's where my mom's family was, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, for the longest time. Oh, for the longest. If you said goodbye to me tonight, there would still be music left to write. What else could I do? I'm so inspired by you. That hasn't happened for the longest time. Once I thought my innocence was gone. Now I know that happiness goes on. That's where you found me when you put your arms around me. I haven't been there for the longest time. Whoa, 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 for the longest time. Whoa, 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 for the longest time. That voice you're hearing in the hall. And the greatest miracle of all is how I need you and how you needed me too. That hasn't happened for the longest time. Maybe this won't last very long, but you feel so right, and I could be wrong. Maybe I've been hoping too hard, I've gone this far, and it's more than I've hoped for. Who knows how much further we'll go on? Maybe I'll be sorry when you're gone. I'll take my chances, I forgot how nice romance is. I haven't been there for the longest time. I had second thoughts from the start. I said to myself, hold on to your heart. Now I know the woman that you are. You're wonderful so far. It's more than I've hoped for. I don't care what consequences bring. I have been a fool for lesser things. I want you so bad. I think that you ought to know that I intend to hold you for the longest time. That's a fun song.
Yeah, it is.
That's such a
Is
fun
that
song.
Snappy or any of the Chappies?
I don't think it is, and it probably should be. What a nice song.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know. Between entries. No.
You need help with something?
No, I'm setting up my well, maybe I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm setting up my island journal, but it's funny because I used to know all like the codes and stuff to like change the colors, and I'm like, oh my god. You know, you have to put the arrows and then like the thing that you want, and then it comes up. You know.
A live journal? I don't use it.
Well, it's basically like you're making your own journal, like a website, so you can either choose to have your page like have it's already set up for you, right? Like Facebook, but instead of like Facebook, you can personalize it and you can like add pictures and like change the fonts and colors. Yeah, so you know coding.
Gotcha. One of them's a fur food and the other one's a fizzing, and both of them are off down the boozer. Drink a toast to the one that he hates most, and she says there are no winners, only losers. Well, if there are no winners, then what is it he thinks as he watches a complete lap of honor? And he sits in the stands with his head in his hands, and he thinks of all the things he'd like to bring down upon her. Revenge will become company in this darkest hour as the jukebox says it all. Over now, and he stands and he screams, what have I done wrong? I'm falling in love with a little time bomb. I'm falling in love with a little time bomb. In public, he's such a man. He's punching at the walls with his bare and bloody hands. He's screaming and shouting and acting crazy. But oh, he sits at home and he cries like a baby. Well, he holds your letters, but he can't read them as he fights this loneliness that you call freedom. You said this wouldn't happen if you worn a robe. I've fallen in love little time bomb. I've fallen in love with a little time bomb. Thank you, darling.
I can't help myself.
I appreciate your kind applause.
And it's actually pretty automatic. It's not because I kind of built you up, although I know you don't mind that.
Thank you for clarifying.
I can't tell when my compliments start to get to be like...
You're fine, baby. You're perfect. Whenever you have any doubts in life, just remember, oh, that's right. Eric's already clarified for me that I'm perfect. Sammy has a story that need be told. This is a song for an open road, and such a thing must always do its job. Married up Jeb, turned 19, 4 years in and 3 kids. We weary now and questioning the path. Agency out, this is discretion, locking in our courses. Way too young. The urgency conferred is really just aggression, making sure those underneath them always run. Doug at 20 thought bourbon fun, likewise Doug at 21, and so forth, well up into middle age. What once had seemed to set him free became his whole identity. Now Doug's about another drunken rage. Agency out, faces discretion, locking in our courses. Way too young. The urgency conferred is really just aggression. They'll offer you incentives, but they haven't got a thing that's fun. Everybody's panicked about the kids. Lock them up with extra discipline. Mathematics to produce success, or impose more unjust duress. Agency outpaces discretion, locked in our courses. Way too young. Game against is really just projection. They'll offer you incentives, but they haven't got a thing that's fun. Without consent, it's really just oppression. By parasites surviving on their wages earned by lying, while they feed their fear of dying. Yeah, let's feed upon the futures of the young. Thanks, darling. That's a good song. I like it.
I think too.
I want to play that song called
What's that?
What's the matter with Chad? Is he terribly bad? Is he very like Dan? He's a terrible man. Is he sort of like Jill, who can't pay her bill? Or rather like Jack, stuck on the facts? What's the matter with Sue? Will she know what to do if they bring attitude? Will she show ingenuity? She talks about you whenever we go walking. What's the matter with Bryn? Is she living in sin? Is she hanging with Jim? He's looking terribly thin. What's the deal with Frank? See the fish in my tank? He's colluding with you, and they're talking to Lou. What's wrong with the ladies? What's the matter with men? From the feeling of Katie to the coldness of Sven. They talk about you lesser days. Spilled still out the overwatered past. And whoever's left, that's still okay. Just tie the sails to the mast. Are you angry at kin or devil again? Don't bother with Kev, he's practically dead. Just focus on Bert, he's medium hurt. What's the quantity for Liz? Did she fail a quiz? What's the matter with Drew? Will she know what to do if they bring attitude? Will she show ingenuity? She talks about you whenever we go walking. Paths that lead to lesser days. Still out the overwatered past. And whoever's left, that's still okay. Just tie the sails to the mast. 'Cause each of us have much and gravely sinned. Throw up the hands, stiffen the chin. Catastrophe looms heavy overhead again. Time's gone will never be again. It's a good song.
It is.
It's a well-written song.
Those are all my pictures? Can't be.
You probably deleted almost everything you ever put up.
Mm-hmm. No. Yes. I thought I had more. Where are my Beetle pictures?
What other song do I want to put? It's a big problem. All right. Now, this is a song that I'm still trying to figure out how to play well. It's a bit of a challenge because I guess I just haven't played it often enough. It goes. Oh, he came here with her, and what's the big problem that you can't endure? It seems so sure it's not appropriate claiming to blame things on Scott. Despite getting caught, he's got you refraining for him, training for him, going to the gym to make yourself good enough again. Yeah, you guys both have lots invested. That's not a reason to stay around. Through the years, you've both been tested. Gotta move up, find higher ground. Oh, he came here with her, and what's the big problem that you can't endure? It seems so sure it's not appropriate claiming to blame things on Scott. Despite getting caught, he's got you refraining for him, training for him, going to the gym to make yourself good enough again. Be be done with him. Thanks. That's about as well as I've played that song on acoustic. It's a challenging one to play by myself on acoustic. I guess because of this distinct rhythm to it, maybe. I'm not sure. Okay, Scott. I know. Well, I want Rachel and I are going.
Yeah.
Increasingly, Rachel will start to sing the other parts. You know, a lot of my songs have a harmony vocal line to them that I don't get to sing when it's just me. As we proceed forward, I hope that Rachel will start to she'll start to get to know what her parts are and sing them and stuff, so that when I start playing a song like that, she'll just automatically know, yes, she's going to sing the the response parts. Like when I go in that song, well, like in the Gobby Weatherman, for example, it goes. Hostilities kept at bay. Hostilities kept at bay. That's your part there, right? So like a lot of songs have things like that in them that are response vocals.
Response vocals, yeah.
Yeah, I really would love to have Rachel be singing all of those parts for sure.
Cool.
I'll play this song while I have it up anyway, I guess. You're living on a time frame I will never know. Alienation and humanity's soul. Imagine you a future after the collapse, returning to the urgency of isolated past. Picturing community free of metaphysics, hunting buffalo while you're picking red delicious. Knowledge of the seasons, wisdoms of old. Fire blazing in the night to keep away the cold. Hostility is kept at bay. But what you think is in the way? The children of the land with an agave weatherman, imagining a history that never could have been. You lecture at the college, advancement is a sin, lamenting disconnection in every corporate act, asserting all your feelings and ignoring all the facts. Hostility is kept at bay. Is kept at bay by what you think is in the way, by what you think is in the way of life as children of the land. With an agave weatherman. Scroll, 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 scroll. You find modernity just so banal. Wish you had been born any time, but now your experience won't run afoul of exceptions you might allow. You visualize nobility as sipping on some port, or tribes of peaceful savages in beautiful comport, but few of history's people ever thusly take a vort. Life was solitary, nasty, brutish, poor, and short. Hostility is kept at bay by what you think is in the way of life as children of the land with an agave weatherman. Hostility is kept at bay. Hostility is kept at bay by what you think is in the way. By what you think is in the way of life as children of the land. With an agave weatherman. With an agave weatherman. Well, that's about it for live streaming today, I think. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for listening to my musicses. And I appreciate it. Actually, I think I'm gonna pull some bongers before I go, actually. Scott is a problem. I agree. Scott's a big problem. Can I play the Beatles? Yeah, I can play the Beatles. Let's see. What Beatles song do you want to hear? No problem, dog. No problem. It was a false alarm. That's how I was gonna leave right there. Race L. Norwegian Wood. Okay. Chords and lyrics to Norwegian Wood. Okay. Here we go. Let me close bond. We're going to play Norwegian Wood. I once had a girl, or should I say, she once had me. She showed me her room. Isn't it good? Norwegian Wood. She asked me to stay, and I told her to sit anywhere. So I looked around and I noticed there wasn't a chair there. I sat on a rock, biding my time, drinking her wine. We talked until 2, and then she said, it's time for bed. She told me she worked in the morning and started to laugh. I told her I didn't and crawled off to sleep in the bath. Yeah. And when I awoke, I was alone. This bird had flown. So I lit a fire. Isn't it good? Norwegian Wood. That's it, I guess. I guess it's in 3. What time signature is that in? Some kind of weird time signature. It's a weird song. Any other requests? Apple Undertones by the Mahogany. I don't know what that is. Is that Apple Undertones behind the Mahogany? I don't know. I have no idea what that means. Hello, Holla. Holla, and we're holla and back. Anybody else have any requests? "50 Ways to Leave Your Lover." That's a good one. Problems all inside your What's this D? What? D sharp 8 diminished. Oh, D sharp diminished 7th. What the fuck is D sharp? I can't play this song. D sharp diminished 7th. Come on. I don't know that chord. How am I supposed to know that chord? Since when did I gonna know that? Who's gonna know that chord? Nobody. This is a hard song to play for sure. Problems all inside your head, she said to me. The answer's easy if you take it logically. I'd like to help you in your struggle to be free. There must be 50 ways to leave your lover. She said it's really not my habit to intrude. Furthermore, I hope my meaning won't be misconstrued. But I'll repeat myself at the risk of being rude. There must be 50 ways to leave your lover. Just slip out the back, Jack. Making new plans, Dan. Don't need to be coy, boy. Just set yourself free. Hop on the bus, cuz don't need to discuss much. Just set out the key and set yourself free. It's playable. Actually, it is playable. She said it grieves me to see you in such pain. I wish there was something I could make you smile again. I said I do appreciate it, and that would you please explain about the 50 ways to leave your lover. She said, why don't we both just sleep on it tonight? And I believe in the morning you'll begin to see the light. And then she kissed me and I realized she probably was right. There must be 50 ways to leave your lover. 50 ways to leave your lover. Just about the back, Jack. Making new plans, Stan. Don't need to be cold, bro. Just get yourself free. Hop on the bus, cuz don't need to discuss man. Just drop off the key and get yourself free. Just about the back, Jack. Making new plans, Stan. Don't need to be cold, bro. Just get yourself free. Hop on the bus, cuz don't need to discuss man. Just drop off the key and set yourself free. Thank you, darling.
Yeah.
It's a challenging song to play.
It is.
With all those weird chords. It makes me want to see how difficult it is to play Cecilia.
Cecilia, you're breaking.
That's a good song.
I like that song too.
So good.
Oh, Cecilia, I'm down on my knees. I'm begging you, please, to come home.
There goes. Like that. Celia, you're breaking my heart. You're shaking my comfort daily. not sure what the strumming pattern of this song is. Is it all like ba 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 ba? Is that what it is?
I think so.
Cecilia, you're breaking my heart. You're shaking my confidence daily. Oh, Cecilia, I'm down on my knees. I'm begging you, please, to come home. Come on home. Cecilia, you're breaking my heart. You're shaking my confidence daily. Oh, Cecilia, I'm down on my knees. I'm begging you, please, to come home. Making love in the afternoon with Cecilia up in my bedroom. Making love, I got up to wash my face. When I come back to bed, someone's taking my place. Cecilia, you're breaking my heart. You're shaking my confidence daily. Oh, Cecilia, I'm down on my knees. I'm begging you, please, to come home. That's kind of a hard song to play rhythmically. I'm gonna look and see about me and Julio. Speaking of Simon and Garfunkel songs. All right, let's try this song here. Well, Mama Pajama rolled out of bed and she ran to the police station. When the papa found out, he began to shout. That's what started the investigation. It was against the law. It's against the law. It was against the law. The mama saw. It was against the law. Oh, the mama looks down and she spits on the ground every time my name gets mentioned. And Papa says, oh, and again, boy, I'm gonna stick him in the house of detention. I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way. I'm taking my time, but I don't know where. About Rosie, Queen Corona. See you, me and Julio down by the schoolyard. See you, me and Julio down by the schoolyard. In a couple of days, they're gonna take me away with the press at the store leak. Oh, when the radical priest come to get me released, we was all on the cover of Newsweek. I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way. I'm taking my time, but I don't know where. By the Rosie, Queen of Corona. Queen of Corona. See you, me, Julio, down by the schoolyard. Me, Julio, down by the schoolyard. Me, Julio, down by the schoolyard. Oh, that's an interesting song. I've never played that song before.
I think it's fun.
Fun song. It's cool. It's interesting. Of course, this is the classic, karaoke classic right here. Oh, this is the wrong version of it, right? Forgot. Still in the wrong key. It's not the keys we played in. This guy gets it right. Thank you. Finally, somebody gets it right. Somebody's high, driving my eyes bomb. Somebody's cold one is giving me chills. I guess I just I am. Oh, flip on the telly, wrestle with Jim. Something is a burning behind my back. All is ready to blow. Say it ain't so. Your drug is a heartbreaker. Say it ain't so. My love is a life taker. I can't confront you. If I could do that which might hurt you, so try to be cool. So wanna find a way for me to take you from the river every day. So stay cool. Say it ain't so. The drug is a heartbreaker. Say it ain't so. My love is a life maker. Cleaned up, found Jesus. Let's go. So I hear this bottle of Stevens awaken ancient feelings like father, stepfather. The sun is drowning in the blood. Say it ain't so. Your love is a heart. Say it ain't so. Your love is a life. That was very gee and gaw.
Oh,
I enjoyed it.
it's fun.
My fingers hurt now, though. I played more guitar than I have in a long time right now. I'm serious when I say, like, it feels like I'm whacked out almost. You used to play drums on Guitar Hero to this? That's cool. Yeah, we're down to 5. It's time to go. See you later, everybody. Thanks for indulging me.
Oh, almost 3 hours.